Hey, what up, everybody? Good to be with you again. It's Richard, and welcome back. It's a Friday. Happy weekend, guys. And today we will be checking out another RDA. This is the Turbo by Tobeco. It's designed by Ohm Nation in the USA, and I think Tobeco has got a design team in the US. And then after they design it, they send it back to China, manufacture it, and sell it out to you. This is recently made available in Malaysia. Got mine from elpsmo.com. Great people to work with. If you want anything from them, just hit them up. Very trustworthy, impeccable service, and very helpful as well. Eugene is the guy to look out for. If you want to ask him anything to do with vaping, he's very experienced, and he can help you out. All right. Another cloud pumping machine. That's what this is. And if you've seen reviews from Vaping with Twisted 420 or Matt from Suckman, you'll know, what this RDA is all about. This RDA comes with a little fan inside that turns to create that turbo effect and giving you more clouds, supposedly. We're going to take a vape now and see how it performs and see what's the cloud production like. I got a 0.35 ohm dual coil in here, 24 gauge Kemfer wire, using Egyptian cotton. It does produce quite a bit of vapor. It's a 22 millimeter dripper, comes in stainless steel or black. It depends what color you want. Black, I think you pay an extra 5 ringgit for those of you Malaysians. So let's get up close. We're going to get a good look at it, get into the close-ups, and come back. I'm going to take it one step further and put it up against another dripper, which is the Mutation X V2 with the same build, also using the same cotton with the same juice, and see if there's any difference when it comes to checking out the clouds. So right now we're going to check out the Turbo RDA by Tobeco. This is the packaging that it comes in. Pretty classy. Label here that says black to indicate that you've got your black version of the Turbo RDA in there. Some fine prints at the bottom here that says designed by Tobeco USA Team Ohm Nation, and they are the designers for this RDA. And you have your markings on the sides. Here you have the QR code, scan it, and it takes you to Tobeco's website. You've got also a tamper-proof sticker here, flip top with a magnet at the side here. And there's also a little note in here that says, note the turbine is made of polycarbonate. Highly acidic juices is known to break down the composition of the material. Please use with care and at your own risk. Okay, so just be mindful that the fan is made of polycarbonate, no acidic juices in here. Alright, especially your tank cracking juices. Here you have a bag of spares, the usual blue tiny screwdriver that we're all familiar with, and then you have your Phillips screws in case you drop one of your screws, you can replace them, and lots of O-rings to make any replacement that you need. You have this little glass piece here, which I initially thought it was a tank. No, it's not part of a tank or anything like that. This, in fact, is the stock drip tip that comes with the device, and it measures about 18 millimeters in diameter. Alright, so we're going to put this aside and take out the device right now, and this is your Turbo RDA by Ohm Nation. We're going to put all this aside, and this is how the device looks like. Getting a better look at it, you have your logo here, which also acts as your air hole. This is the Ohm Nation logo, very nice and cool. You have an option of either using your own drip tip, which is your 510 drip tip, like this, just fit it in, and that's it. You have your own drip tip, or if you'd like to, you can also use the stock drip tip that comes with it, the glass one. All you got to do is just remove the top section here, which is held on by an O-ring, and replace it with the stock drip tip, which is the glass pyrex piece. Just a reminder, just to be cautious, make sure when you get your device that there are no chips here, because if there are any chips or cracks along the edges, it might sort of like cut your lip when you have it on your lip when you're vaping. Okay, taking an overall look at it, this is how I'd like to vape it with the stock drip tip. It's going to be a very airy vape for sure. You have two of the airflow holes there, one here on this side and one on this side. As I mentioned, it's Ohm Nation's logo. At the bottom you have your 510 connecting pin, which is silver plated using a flathead screwdriver. This is adjustable. You have the Tobeco logo right on top there. It says Tobeco engraving, and it says USA design at the bottom. The other side it says Turbo by Ohm Nation. This is an authentic device, and this is how it looks like in there. You have your turbine fan, okay, and if you were to take a pull on it, the turbine fan starts to move. Yeah, you hear that wheezing sound, and that's the fan moving in there, and it stopped. Okay, so taking a closer look, if you want to just remove this, you can use this. After removing this, you can drip on it. I've got my coil still in there. I'm going to put it aside and show you the fan. The fan is in here actually. If you look closer, that's the fan there. Yeah, just push it and you can see the fan turning. Yeah, so that's the fan in there, which creates that wheezing sound, and when you're taking a pull, that's supposed to give you more vapor. Okay, it's actually trying to pull up and keeping your top cap very cool as well, so you're getting quite a cool vape actually, not a very warm vape. Okay, so this is your two little flaps at the side to keep it in place, and make sure you don't have these flaps covering the air hole, otherwise you're not going to get to vape it efficiently. So this flap has got to be at the side, keeping your airflow open. Push it in and you can start vaping. Alright, so to make your build, all you got to do is just remove this, held on by two O-rings, and you have your 3-post design there, your positive post, sharing both your positive wires on each side, and you have your negative post, one on each end, left and right, which is milled down to the deck. And I've got my coil still in there, so you got to excuse me. 24 gauge wire coming up to 0.35 ohms micro coil, and you have your juice well in there. If you can look a little closer, that kidney shaped thing in there, that's your juice well, which is about 6 to 8 millimeters in depth, so it's a pretty deep juice well. Your post holes are pretty large as well, easily accommodate your 24 gauge like I have here, 22, even your 20 gauge wires shouldn't be a problem as well. And they are actually held down by these Phillips screws on the top, and you have spares in the spare bags, like I said, in case you drop them or in case you screw up the thread or anything like that. Other than that, that's about it. So once that's done, you've got your cotton in there. All you got to do is just fit this in. Make sure you line the air hole right in front of the coils, and that's it. This is your Turbo RDA. We'll get back topside. We're going to vape on it, and I'll tell you what I think about it, tell you how much it costs and where you can get it. Catch you in a bit. Back from the close-up that we saw the Turbo RDA up close and personal with a fan and everything. I mean, talking about the fan, it does give you that wheezing sound, but it's not really all that loud. But unless you're in a room by yourself late at night, then you get to hear the wheezing sound. But otherwise, if you're out there in the open, you've got cars moving around, you might not even hear it. It doesn't bother me very much, but then again, that's what you get with a fan turning every time. So anyway, I'm going to put this up against the Mutation X V2, as I mentioned early on. So we're going to take a couple of vape from this, and now we're going to compare it with the Mutation X V2. It's got the same build, 3.4 to 3.5 ohms, dual coil, 24 gauge wire with cotton. I put 7.5 wraps in there. Let's see how it performs up against the Mutation X V2. Let's put on the Mutation X V2 and see how it performs. Alright, got it here. Mutation X V2 at 3.5 ohms. Yeah, 3.34 ohms. Sorry, not 3.5, did I say 3.5? 0.34, and that's 0.35. My apologies. Okay, we're going to put it into my Hexo mod here. We're going to take a vape, okay? I'm going to take, drip it and take one more hit again. Just let you have another look. My goodness, I'm fogging up the room again. Hate this every time I fog up the room because I don't know whether we're still in focus or not, but yep, let's check it out. And I think it does check out more vapor compared to the Mutation X V2. Just a comparison for you. Okay, so sorry about the fault. My apologies. You know, flavor. If you compare it with the Mutation X V2, it loses out to the Mutation X. I mean, this is not something that's meant for flavor, just purely for clouds, for churning out clouds. And for those of you who are building really super sub ohms, be careful. Those of you new into vaping, please do not build super sub ohms unless you know your ohms low, your battery safety, and things like that. Okay, just a reminder. I can imagine the clouds that those of you on super sub ohms can produce. So this is something that is just solely for clouds, period. And depending on how you want to look at it, some people think it's gimmicky, it's quirky, it's strange, or anything like that. But I think, it's for the fun of it. I don't know whether they allow you to, take it into a cloud chasing competition, but purely for fun, yes. If you're with a group of friends, by yourselves at home, you want to, have some fun chasing clouds, showing off your device. Something you can show off with this, with a, very unique design in there with a fan. Yeah. Okay, I've got this from elpsmo.com once again, and Eugene is the guy to look out for. Elpsmo.com is an online vape vendor. I don't know if they've got a shop, and Eugene is an excellent, really nice guy. Excellent service and very helpful as well. For those of you Malaysians, you can actually catch them on Facebook. I will put a link in the description box, all the details. Okay, this is retailing for 95 ringgit for the stainless steel. If you want the black version, just add on another 5 ringgit and you get a black one. This is not a clone. This is an authentic product from Tobeco. It's designed by Ohm Nation. So go out there, have some fun, go pump up the volume, and make clouds. Okay, don't be inconsiderate. Just one last thing. Don't go out to coffee shops, Malaysians. Don't go out to mama stores there and start pumping up clouds and get people looking at you strange already. When you're having a box mod like that with a dripper and all that, they kind of give you that funny look when you're pumping out so much vapor, and thinking you're doing drugs or something. So be considerate, and if you're in a friend's house, yes, by all means, have fun with it. We're going to take one more vape. We're going to call it a wrap. Until I talk to you again, have a great weekend. Have a great week ahead of you. God bless and ciao. Take care. Bye-bye.